Good afternoon. We ask for your health and safety, that you please wear your mask throughout the ceremony and until you exit the building. Thank you for your cooperation. The University of Central Missouri's Fall 2020 Graduate Commencement exercise is about to begin. Please stand. This afternoon, we welcome all individuals who are receiving graduate degrees from the University of Central Missouri's College of Education. We also welcome University of Central Missouri faculty here with us this afternoon. And now, we welcome the platform party. The Fall 2020 Graduate Commencement Ceremony for the College of Education is now in order. Please be seated. Members of the graduating class, Board of Governors, faculty, staff, students, family, alumni, and friends. My name is Dr. Shari Bax, Master of Ceremonies for the Fall 2020 Graduate Commencement and Vice President for Student Experience and Engagement. It's always a pleasure to have family and friends of UCM students visiting our campus. Welcoming you here for this afternoon's event is especially meaningful as we honor our graduates and celebrate their achievements. Commencement also provides an opportunity to recognize Central Missouri's outstanding faculty and staff who are dedicated to providing the highest quality education and to making a positive difference in the lives of our students. Would the representatives of the faculty please rise? Please join me in saluting our faculty with a round of applause. We would also like to thank Dr. Anthony Purcell and members of the UCM Wind Ensemble and Dr. Adams Roost and UCM's Concert Choir for their virtual musical performances this afternoon. Thanks also to Nexus Interpreting, who is serving as our sign language interpreter, and to our name reader, Miss Christy Richardson. Lastly, a special thanks to members of the Commencement Committee, who spent many long hours planning this day, and to many others that have helped to organize and plan this commencement. It is now my pleasure to introduce members of the platform party. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. With us today are two members of the University of Central Missouri's Board of Governors. Please stand as I call your name. Governor John Collier of Weston and Governor Mary Dandrian of Warrensburg. With us also are University President Roger Best, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs Phil Bridgman, Dean of the College of Education Robert Lee, Vice President for University Advancement and Executive Director of UCM's Foundation Courtney Goddard, Faculty Senate President and Mace Bearer James Locke, and graduate Deanna Drakowski. Please welcome them. Governor Collier, would you please bring greetings from the Board of Governors?
Thank you. Today is my great honor to represent the University of Central Missouri Board of Governors and welcome you to the 2020 Fall Commencement Exercises. This is a very special day in your lives as a graduate student, but also in the history of UCM. In the months ahead, we will celebrate the 150th anniversary of the founding of our institution with its rich history of helping students and educating students who have served and led communities both in the nation and around the globe. As you remember, this is an important day, but you will likely not forget the challenges that accompanied your educational experience. Our world has greatly been affected by the pandemic, but we owe a great debt of gratitude to our UCM faculty, staff, and students. They collectively embraced health and safety measures and turned potential obstacles into opportunities to help push forward in providing a kind of quality education and experience that we're accustomed to here at UCM. That same perseverance to succeed has brought us here together to celebrate your outstanding achievements as university graduates. Many of you will leave here with life lessons you have gained from engaging with faculty and staff members who cared about your success as a student. We know that everyone who crosses the stage today could share stories about with the audience about how individuals at UCM have affected and impacted their graduation. We also know that you would share that these people have taught and encouraged you in your pursuit of your educational goals. Perhaps it touched your life by enhancing the depth and breadth of knowledge as a student, but also may have inspired you to step out of your comfort zone and go beyond yourself. Our hope is that you will take what you have learned from those experiences and pay it forward to benefit others through your mentorship, encouragement, and support. Earning a college education is going to open many doors for you, but the real work, that which will change your life and the lives of others, doesn't stop outside the halls of UCM. In the words of one of the university's most famous alumni, Dale Carnegie, knowledge is not power, it's applied. Congratulations, class of 2020, and best wishes for a bright and successful future. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Collier. It is now my pleasure to invite the University of Central Missouri's 16th President, Dr. Roger Best, to come forward and give his remarks.
What were you thinking? What exactly were you thinking? You already had a college degree. What would possess you to put yourself through the rigor of earning another degree, and oh, by the way, becoming one of less than 1% of the world's population to hold a graduate degree? I suspect that among you, there are many answers to that question. Maybe some of you needed to obtain an advanced degree to progress in your career. Maybe you needed it or wanted it to change careers. Maybe you simply wanted it for the sake of having it. Whatever the reason, your motivation, no doubt, was rooted in a dream you had for something different, for something more. But as Colin Powell noted, A dream does not become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. I'm confident you discovered throughout your educational journey that there is no substitute for hard work. You have spent countless hours in difficult study and even scintillating lectures. But fulfilling your dream takes more than hard work. It takes sacrifice, and not just your own. Thus, my charge to you today is to never forget those who have sacrificed and helped you achieve. For none of us are here today without the significant support and selfless actions of so many others. Use today as an example and a reminder to always take the time to celebrate with family, friends, and colleagues, whether small accomplishments or large ones. For in doing so, we solidify the foundation for the next success, we reaffirm that the work was worth the effort, and we honor the contributions those around us have made towards our own success. And to truly honor those who have assisted you, you should now consider how to assist others and promote them. As we've all learned from Polar Express, there's great power when we simply believe. And that certainly applies to when we believe in those around us. Abraham Lincoln demonstrated the power of such belief when he said, "I am a success today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I didn't have the heart to let him down." It's easy to let circumstances and events shake our belief in others, to distract us from assisting and promoting those around us. But regardless of the times in which we live and the conclusions we may draw from our seemingly deep political divisions, we have much more in common than our differences might suggest. This country and we are strong not because we all look alike, think alike, and act alike. It is because through our individual uniqueness, we're able to combine our strengths towards a common purpose, and in so doing, affect a greater outcome than would be possible as individuals. Graduates, today you certainly have not let us down. And as so eloquently questioned by one of the 2020 U.S. presidential candidates in a song, yes, I'm talking about Kanye West, I wonder if you know what it means to find your dreams. Even if this dream has kept you up at night, it is my hope that your response is a resounding yes. Thank you for choosing UCM and letting us dream with you. We are proud of you. Congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you, Dr. Best. I am now pleased to introduce Dr. Robert Lee, Dean of the College of Education, who will give remarks. Dr. Lee will be followed by Deanna Drakowski, a Doctor of Education graduate from the Educational Leadership and Policy Analysis program, who will also give remarks.
Good afternoon, President Best, Provost Bridgman, members of Platform Party, faculty, staff, family members, friends, and graduates. We are so proud of you today. As many of you know, the historical foundation and origin of the University of Central Missouri started in 1871, first as Normal School number 2 to prepare teachers for the Central Missouri region, and then as Central Missouri State Teachers College in 1919. Today, nearly 150 years after our founding, and 101 years after we first became a college, you, our graduates, become a part of our history, joining a rich and storied legacy of so many educators who have come before you, many of whom continue to teach, counsel, and lead in schools and districts across Missouri and the country. As graduates of the University of Central Missouri, with the exemplary training you have received here, you are now well positioned to be successful in your chosen career paths. What does your future hold? Well, you may later be recognized as Teacher of the Year, like so many of our graduates before you. You may one day become a leader as a school librarian or a district superintendent. On the other hand, you may create safe spaces for social and emotional growth as a counselor in a school or community clinic. Whatever your career path, I hope that you experience a deep sense of gratitude through your service to your school, community, and country. In our founding, the university's motto has always been education for service. This is not just something that we say, but it's a calling, a responsibility that is now yours, and I hope you embrace this opportunity. You are all needed more than ever before to inspire the next generation of innovators, dreamers, scientists, teachers, artists, entrepreneurs, and yeah, even some college deans. After all, education is at the heart of everything in our world today. Without it, we would not have the products or the technologies that we all experience and enjoy in our daily lives. Just 30 years ago, about the time when some of you were born, we lived without the World Wide Web. 13 years ago, there were no iPhones. We used to use big folded maps while we're driving around looking for where we were going because we had no GPS. And we actually carried a camera to take photos because, well, our phone was just our phone. Splitting a check at a restaurant, forget about Venmo, that was developed 11 years ago. Before that, we actually paid our friends or told them, hey, I'll get you the next time. And can you believe now we're talking about self-driving cars or drones that can deliver our Amazon packages? Or what's this about a meatless Whopper? Educators are at the heart, the foundation of all of these innovations that have changed our lives. Well, the meatless Whopper may not change our lives, but now it's not just the technology, but every profession that exists today, from manufacturing to medicine, started with a student learning from a teacher along their way. You hold that responsibility now. Embrace it, nurture it, and as you go out and teach and lead and counsel and coach, know that what you say and what you do will inspire. As a result, what will the next 5, 10, or 20 years of advancement bring? How will those developments change our future? Your work ensures that our society continues to prosper. It is through your service that we will reach the democratic ideals of liberty, equity, and equal opportunity for everyone. Class of 2020, revel in this moment. Celebrate your accomplishments. This is your time. Thank you.
Good afternoon, graduates, family members, friends, faculty, and staff. First and foremost, graduates, congratulations on this milestone. Not only have we completed our respective degrees, but the university has worked within the ever-changing guidelines to allow us to come together as safely as possible to celebrate. Thank you to all Thank you to all of those who have helped us get here, not only tonight, but throughout our entire programs, including our families and the faculty who have supported us and guided us through it all. When I was first given the guidelines for these remarks, I was asked to keep it to 3 to 5 minutes. So as someone who's worked in a high school for a number of years, my brain went right to passing periods. As an educator, we can do so much during the school day in that 3 to 5 minutes, so here we go. As I reflect back on my time at UCM, I think about the difference in myself as I completed my bachelor, my master's, and my doctoral program. During all 3 programs, I balanced and home, just like so many of us do. But as an undergraduate, I worked to complete the degree requirements just so I could have that piece of paper. After dropping out of college on my first go, I wanted to be an example to my children that education is important, even if it means that you go back years after high school. I then started my master's degree primarily for the pay raise, because in education, we've got to do that. But during that program, I moved past checking the boxes, and I was able to appreciate the learning and the direct application to my position at the time. Something else happened during my first round with graduate school. I began to dream. The learning experience was hard. I was always tired between the kids, work, and home. I had a good job, and I loved what I did, but I began to want more. Fortunately, I had both a supportive husband and an advisor who also saw that I was dreaming, and they poked and they prodded me along the path to that something more. I thought I was losing my mind at that point, but I worked to earn my place in my doctoral program, where I stopped caring about the grade, and I cared more about the learning. We've all heard the poem titled All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten by Robert Fulghum. However, for me, I think I learned more in graduate school. The many nights of class, discussions, research, and presentations over the past 5 years provided me opportunities to practice the skills of reading and synthesizing information. I was able to practice leadership skills, difficult conversations when group work might not be going so great, and my writing skills have greatly improved. And let's be honest, although I still procrastinate, I am so much better at time management. Additionally, my children, my husband, and I, we had to learn how to manage with mom in grad school. I was away a lot. I missed events. I didn't make dinner the same as I did before grad school, and my house still needs an overhaul. But we made it work. As a family, we learned to prioritize what was important, and I made sure to cheer on my kids for their time in their respective spotlights while still working toward my own dream. Bring on the pandemic. It's been a difficult year for all of us, a year where we had to work in a world of the unknown. The flexibility, critical thinking, and creativity we are required to use daily in the world of educational leadership and education in general is a direct byproduct of my education. Because of the tasks required through my degree program, I have grown in my confidence that no matter what comes next, that we will be able to work through it and figure it out. So where do we go from here? Well, like many of you, I still want more. I have dreams and I have goals, and I still have so many questions to which I want to find the answers. That being said, I get to now say I've completed this degree, and from this point forward, I really do get to focus on the learning rather than class assignments and grades. I will keep finding opportunities to learn more as I continue in my work in education with a focus on doing what is best for kids. I get to work with students as they grow into the adults that they will become, while working with teachers and support staff to help them find what they need to grow in their careers. While I have one of my dream jobs already as a high school principal, I know I never have to stop dreaming and working toward new goals. So in all honesty, we can really go anywhere from here. We can positively affect the lives of so many others and watch and wonder as our students grow and move into the world of not just the unknown, but the world of unknown possibilities. I wish you all the best, and congratulations once again. Thank you.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the graduate faculty of the University of Central Missouri, it is my privilege to present the candidates for the Fall 2020 Graduate Commencement. Those students, as officially listed and notified, have qualified for degrees offered by the university. Central participates in a cooperative doctoral program with the University of Missouri. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Education, whose degrees will be awarded during the University of Missouri's commencement ceremony, please stand and remain standing. The Education Specialist degree is the highest degree conferred by the University of Central Missouri. Will the candidates for the Education Specialist please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Teaching please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Master of Science in Education please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Master of Science please stand and remain standing? Yeah, we're going to graduate here in a minute. President Best, it is my privilege to present these candidates to you for the conferring of their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Missouri and through the Board of Governors of the University of Central Missouri, I do hereby confer upon each of you the degree for which you have qualified, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. We are glad to have you as part of Mule Nation. The audience has been really quiet. Let's take a little bit of time to celebrate these graduates. Graduates, you may be seated. It's now my pleasure to introduce Vice President for University Advancement and Executive Director of the University of Central Missouri Alumni Foundation, Courtney Goddard, who will greet the members of Mule Nation.
Congratulations. Now you are alums, and now I'm going to come ask you for money. That's a joke. That's a joke. No, congratulations, class of 2020, truly on the amazing accomplishment of earning your graduate degree. As Dr. Best said, I'm Courtney Goddard, and I am the Vice President of Advancement and the Executive Director of the UCM Alumni Foundation. Guys, in that role, I have the distinct honor of engaging every day with alumni, with supporters, with donors. I do this every day, and I do this primarily to help enhance the educational opportunities available at UCM for people just like you, for future students at UCM. And I am so excited that you have now earned your alumni status. And what does that mean? It means that you're going to join a network of over 100,000 mules and jennies around the world, over 100,000 alumni just like you. So I want to formally welcome you to your Alumni Foundation, often referred to, as Dr. Best just said, as Mule Nation. And as you venture out now into your professional world, I encourage you to stay connected to UCM through us. Use us through the Alumni Foundation. Through the Alumni Foundation, you can volunteer your time, you can attend events, you can join a regional Mule Nation chapter. Yes, you could make a donation to one of your favorite programs, share what's going on in your worlds on social media. The opportunities to stay engaged with UCM through the Alumni Foundation are endless. And as an alumni with us now for life, I want you to know that your journey with UCM is not ending. It doesn't end today. It's actually just beginning. Today is not the day where you close the book on your UCM story. It's more like turning the page to find another chapter where you're going to continue your UCM story as an alum. I personally consider each and every one of you a bright spot in this year of 2020. When I see you at future alumni events with your class year listed somewhere on your name tag and I see 2020, I'm not going to remember how difficult the year 2020 was. I'm going to remember how hard you worked and the strength that it took to be a graduate in the year of 2020. This class of 2020 rose above every obstacle that was in your way to complete your graduate degree and achieve your goals. You are resilient, you persevered, you are strong. I'm personally proud and excited to see what you all will do now with these degrees. Please stay connected to us through the Alumni Foundation. You are going to be a lifelong part of the UCM community, and we value that engagement. Congratulations to you from the Alumni Foundation.
Starting us off, Dr. Lisa Jean Barbas. The title of Dr. Barbas's dissertation is A Study of the Elementary Math Program Utilized by a Mid-Missouri School District. Her committee members include Dr. Sandy Hutchinson, Chair, Dr. Barbara Martin, Dr. Steve Ritter, and Dr. Natalie Ty. Everyone, please congratulate Dr. Barbas. Our next graduate, Dr. Drew Berkebile. The title of Dr. Berkebile's dissertation is High-Risk Students on Track to Graduation, a Qualitative Case Study of Student Success. His committee members include Dr. Sandy Hutchinson, Chair, Dr. Barbara Martin, Dr. Brian McDonald, and Dr. Brenda Motor. Everyone, please congratulate Dr. Berkebile. Dr. Taylor Kendi. The title of Dr. Kendi's dissertation is Higher Education Student Services, a qualitative study of two mid-sized universities' direct exchange programs. Her committee members included Dr. Sandy Hutchinson, Chair, Dr. Shelley Hewitt, Dr. Barbara N. Martin, and Dr. Doug Thomas. Everyone again, please congratulate Dr. Kendi. Dr. Deanna Jerkowski. The title of Dr. Jerkowski's dissertation is The Grass Really Greener? A qualitative study of teacher reflections on their decision to migrate from small rural districts to larger districts. Her committee members included Dr. Sandy Hutchinson, Chair, Dr. Barbara Martin, Dr. Doug Thomas, and Dr. Steve Ritter. Everybody please congratulate Dr. Jerkowski. Dr. Julie Lewis. The title of Dr. Lewis's dissertation is Exploring Editorial Leadership, a qualitative study of scholastic journalism advisors teaching leadership in Missouri secondary schools. Her committee members included Dr. Sandy Hutchinson, Chair, Dr. Barbara Martin, Dr. Brian McDonald, Dr. Nicole Freeman. Everybody please congratulate Dr. Lewis. Dr. Amanda Manier. The title of Dr. Manier's dissertation is The Impact Person-Environment Fit Theory Has on Teacher Recruitment and Retention. Her committee members included Dr. Sandy Hutchinson, Chair, Dr. Barbara Martin, Dr. Brian McDonald, and Dr. Steve Ritter. Everyone, please congratulate Dr. Manier. Dr. Elmer Ragus. The title of Dr. Ragas's dissertation is Active Learning Engagement Classrooms at the University of Central Missouri, Practical Strategies to Implement and Sustain Utilization of Active Learning in Higher Education Using Technology. His committee members included Dr. Sandy Hutchinson, Chair, Dr. Barbara Martin, Dr. Tom Mitchell, and Dr. Steve Ritter. Everyone, please congratulate Dr. Ragas. Hannah Nicole Ham. Leah Elizabeth Kerwood. Brianna Martins. Maggie Mae Norton. Brandon Charles Pemberlin. Ashley M. Bates. Tamara Kieran Binder.
Dominique Brianne Flowers. Abigail G. Stevens. Derek J. Strickland. Caitlin M. Bartolotta. Angela Michelle Bierman. Lauren Nicole Brandmueller. Elizabeth A. McCracken. Tara Jean Merrick. Courtney P. Gieselman. Amanda Marie Tracy. Stephen Richard Phillips. Caitlin Nicole Guest. Krista N. Phillips. Terry D. Bays. Andrea M. Cook. Kimberly Nicole Wilcox. Jonathan P. Barr. Jessica Ann Bass. Esther Camille Bess. Tanya K. Edgar. Trisha Elaine Eschleman. Allison K. Gerstner. Taylor R. Hunkala. Ashley Marie Jennings. Carly E. Shaver. Lindsay Nicole Horine Bobke. Shelby Elizabeth Glasscock. Casey Lynn Kern. Amber E. Langdon. Nicholas David Streb. Heather L. Fan. Reagan C. McKinley. Eileen Ruth Mock. Leslie J. Kilgore. Brett Morgan Schneider. Nicole Lynn Richner. Amanda K. Weber. Amber Jean Sarr. Sarah Catherine Taylor. Miranda Nicole Holden. Jennifer Marie Brunk. Stacy Lorraine Kapranica. Brandy Lamock. John Michael Kirchhoff. Ashley Caldwell.
As I said earlier, we recognize that our graduates today wouldn't have been here and been successful without quite a bit of help from so many others. And those of you in the audience obviously have played a significant role in helping our graduates reach this significant milestone. So this is our opportunity to thank you and show appreciation to you. So would any parents, grandparents, children, and other supporters of today's graduates please stand and let us recognize you.
Audience, leading us in the singing of the alma mater is UCM's concert choir. Please stand. Would the audience please be seated and remain seated throughout the recessional? Guests will be released by sections to promote social distancing. Please remain seated until your section is released. Your graduates will greet you outside the building following the recessional. This concludes the Fall 2020 Graduate Commencement Ceremony. Thank you for coming. Okay, guests in the south stands. Those of you on the far half, please exit using the doors in the southeast corner of the building. Guests that are on the near part of the south stands, we ask that you use the southwest doors, please. Guests that are in the upper section of the home north, please use the exits to the staircase closest to your section and then out the doors. And then those of you that are in the lower section of the Home North stands on this side, please use the west doors. And then those of you that are on the far side, please use the east doors. Thank you.